Okay guys, before I start I want to thank Amy for the Buy Me a Coffee, and I want to thank Catherine for the PayPal donation. Thank you guys so much. I also wanted to thank new members on YouTube, Penny, Lacey and Carl. Thank you so much guys as well. Okay, let's start off here and we'll see where we go from here. Conspiracy Bot says, your money is fake, your food and water are being poisoned, all these wars are based on lie, your country is run by a bunch of pedophiles and you're all too distracted by bullshit to do anything about it. Some of us aren't anymore. A lot of people still are just too distracted to realise. That's for me for later. Constitutional Freedom says, boom, nobody wants to take them. 30 million doses in the process of being thrown into the bin. And they're hashtagging Anastasia, Daniel Andrews, Brad Hazard, Mark McGowan and Albo MP. You can all get in the bin. And this is in response to Jeannie, who put CEO of Moderna at the WEF summit. It's sad to say I'm in the process of throwing 30 million doses into the garbage. Okay, let's have a quick listen.
It's sad to say. I'm in the process of throwing 30 million doses into the garbage because nobody wants them. We have a big demand problem. We right now have governments. We try to contact, not only Seth, who's doing great work with his team trying to get demand into the countries, but also we contacted through the the embassies in Washington, every country, and nobody wants to take them.
Well, there you go. Nobody wants to take them anymore. Is there more to this? Okay, credit to Boonbro. Okay, we will win, said Schwing. They both will. Nobody gave Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates the earth. They live here, same as us, and yet they seem to think they have a right to dictate how you live. Your government has failed you and sold you out. All of us. Oh dear. So I think it's coming round though, guys. I really do. Tracy said small, if you say so, Teddy. Sophia Dahl said Tedros. Unfortunately, there's a small minority group that's against the WHO pandemic treaty. I think it's bigger than he thinks it is.
Respond more effectively to the next disease X or known pathogens. Unfortunately, there has been a small minority of groups making misleading statements and purposefully distorting facts. I want to be crystal clear. WHO's agenda is public, open, and transparent. WHO stands strongly for individual rights. We passionately support everyone's right to health, and we will do everything we can to ensure that the right is respond more.
No, they don't. They don't protect anyone's rights. They want to take everything off everyone. That's what they want. They're lying. They're not open. Proud Aussie Matt Canavan said, what? And it's in response to Majid Nawaz, World Economic Forum shill, Yuval Noah Harari. COVID is critical because this is what convinces people to accept to legitimise total biometric surveillance. We need to not just monitor people, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin. Ooh, weirdo. Okay, here we go.
COVID is critical because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total biometric surveillance. If we want to stop this epidemic, we need not just to monitor people, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin.
What we have seen so far, it's corporations and governments collecting data about where we go, who we meet, what movies we watch. The next phase is the surveillance going under our skin. We're now seeing mass surveillance systems established even in democratic countries, which previously rejected them. And we also see a change in the nature of surveillance. Previously, surveillance was mainly above the skin. Now it's going under the skin. Governments want to know not just where we go or who we meet. Above all, they want to know what is happening under our skin. What's our body temperature? What's our blood pressure? What is our medical condition? Now humans are developing even bigger powers than ever before. We are really acquiring divine powers of creation and destruction. We are really upgrading humans into gods. We are acquiring, for instance, the power to re-engineer life. I know that in recent years, we saw populist politicians undermining deliberately the trust that people have in important institutions like universities, like respectable media outlets. These populist politicians told people that, say, scientists are this small elite disconnected from the real people. I mean, all this story about Jesus rising from the dead and being the Son of God, this is fake news. Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, you know, this, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will.
He's insane. This man is a psychopath. Okay? That when they say, oh, humans will be gods, they mean themselves, okay? They'll be gods over everyone else because they'll be hacking people's bloody bodies. Yeah, so we won't be the gods, they will be, because they'll be able to turn it on and off at the flick of a switch. And honestly, how popular would these people be if the media didn't put them forward all the time to spout their rubbish? I don't think any of us would have heard of them. This one, Dark to Light. What we know about car hacking, the CIA and those WikiLeaks claims. Tucked into WikiLeaks analysis of a trove of documents allegedly from the Central Intelligence Agency is a stunning line that the agency has looked into hacking cars, which WikiLeaks asserts could be used to carry out nearly undetectable assassinations. In making its claim, WikiLeaks links to meeting notes from 2014 listing potential mission areas for the CIA's Embedded Devices branch, which include vehicle systems and QNX. The leaked documents, which the Washington Post could not independently verify, and the CIA has declined to confirm, do not appear to suggest the vehicles be used for assassination. And even WikiLeaks admits the purpose of such control is not specified. The fear that your car can be hacked and made to crash is not new, and it's not completely unfounded. Concerns about automotive cybersecurity have been raised since automakers began outfitting cars and trucks with computer-controlled systems. Says a lot for the old ways, doesn't it? They couldn't hack your car way back. It was a mechanical thing, not a computerised thing. Those concerns have been compounded in recent years as an increasing number of cars come equipped with connections including satellite, Bluetooth and internet that experts say make them more vulnerable to hackers who can gain access to the computerised system without ever stepping a foot near the actual vehicle. Here's what we know about hacking into and remotely controlling cars. Vehicles have been hacked before. In 2015, security researchers Charlie Miller and Chris Velazek hacked into a 2014 Jeep Cherokee and managed to turn the steering wheel, briefly disable the brakes and shut down the engine, the Post-Craig's Timberg reported. The pair found they could also access thousands of other vehicles that used a wireless entertainment navigation system called Uconnect, which was common to Dodge, Jeep and Chrysler vehicles. The hack prompted Fiat Chrysler to recall 1.4 million vehicles. It doesn't appear that any manufacturers currently have detection prevention methods for such attacks, Velazek said via email Tuesday. Remember, Charlie and I did all this research in our spare time with limited resources. The Miller and Velazek hack is widely reported, but it wasn't the first or even the most recent successful security breach. Researchers from the University of Washington and the University of California at San Diego published papers in 2010 and 2011 showing that vehicles could be compromised when hackers gain access, either in person or remotely. Last year, researchers in Germany released a study showing they could unlock and start 24 different vehicles with wireless key fobs by taking control of the device remotely and amplifying its signal, Wired magazine reported. While the wireless key fob was still on the kitchen counter, hackers could be driving off with the car, researchers claimed. Yoni Helbron, the Vice President of Marketing at Argus Cybersecurity, an automotive security company, said the equation is very simple. If it's a computer and it connects to the outside world, then it's hackable. Hackers could crash your car, but it's unlikely. Perhaps the greatest car hacking fear is the idea that someone could take control of your vehicle and drive it over a bridge or into a brick wall. The WikiLeaks release even renewed suspicions about the death of journalist Michael Hastings, who was killed in a single car accident in Los Angeles in 2013. You could envision doing all sorts of things, such as waiting until the car is going above a particular speed limit, then apply one of the brakes or steer the wheels in cars for which you can control the steering, said Stephen Checkaway, an assistant computer science professor at the University of Illinois at Chicago. That fear is not without merit. As Miller and Valasek demonstrated, hackers have compromised some of the vehicle's most critical functions and safety features before. But those hackers require time and technical know-how to execute, making an attack something a run-of-the-mill criminal is unlikely to carry out, said Simon Lauzon, a researcher in development at the University of Michigan Transportation Research Institute. What's more, automakers are increasingly isolating the computers that control the vehicle's most sensitive systems, meaning they cannot be breached even if hackers tap into other technologies, such as the entertainment system, he said. The likelihood of someone driving you off the road while you're driving down the freeway is very slim, Luzon said, very slim. The WikiLeaks CIA documents did not appear to offer details on how the agency intended to hack into vehicles. Well, what do you expect them to do? Just give it all out to everybody so everyone can have a go? There are some very computer-savvy people around. They say your entertainment system is most vulnerable. Also listed in the WikiLeaks document of possible mission areas is QNX, a popular operating system for in-car entertainment and navigation technologies. Since 2010, QNX has been owned by the company now known as BlackBerry. The system has been used in more than 50 million vehicles that range from Audi to Ford to Maserati, according to the company. Providing the highest level of security has always been the core of our mission, a BlackBerry spokeswoman said in an email. The company added that its security research groups constantly monitor software for vulnerabilities that need to be fixed. Hey, wasn't that what they all used when they were using BlackBerries? You know, Killery and all them? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that can be, I don't know. Luzon speculates that hacking the operations system could allow the CIA to track a vehicle's movements, listen to conversations, or monitor other data that passes through the system. Okay, so not only has it been reported that your TVs and fridges and everything that has little lights on it is listening to you, but now you... Oh, great. Now your car's got the same thing. You can't escape them. Oh... The entertainment system is typically one of the most vulnerable to attack because it's so highly connected to the outside world. Both Luzon and Heilbronn said. I'm sure that says Heilbronn. Connections to cellular networks, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, etc. often come through the system, allowing you to play music, take phone calls, look up directions, or connect to other applications. It's hard to tell when a vehicle's been hacked. The nearly undetectable assertion in the WikiLeaks claim likely stems from the fact that it's difficult to determine when a car's been hacked, experts say. Who are these experts they're calling on? Today's manufacturers really have no idea what's going on, Heilbronn said. They have no idea if it's been hacked or not. There's no mechanism to alert manufacturers when a car is behaving erratically or appears to be otherwise compromised, Luzon said. But technology companies and automakers alike have such technology under development. I haven't seen one fitted on a vehicle at an assembly line, but it's something they're looking into the feasibility of, Luzon said. Yeah, well, looking into it is not the same as doing it, and until then, are cars hackable? I mean, think about the people, okay? Think about the... There was one person, I remember hearing an emergency phone call, you know, on YouTube, one of those, the play 911 emergency phone calls. And one guy, his accelerator was stuck on and he was running out of road. Now, is it possible that that car was hacked? I don't know. I'm just asking. I've got no idea. I don't know much about cars or computers, but it doesn't sound good, does it? Okay, automakers are aware of the problem. Today, Miller and Velasek work at ride-hailing company Uber. Auto manufacturers and transportation companies have scooped up a number of cyber experts in recent years, part of a concerted effort in the industry to build products with stronger security features. Oh my goodness. You know what? If they just go back to mechanical cars, this won't happen. My goodness. You know, like they think that technology is making us smarter, and it's making us sillier, stupid. Honestly. Carlos Chosen, the head of an alliance that includes Nissan, Mitsubishi and Renault, told the crowd in Washington last week that the employees building the alliance's self-driving connected car technologies are surrounded by cybersecurity specialists who spend their time analysing what could go wrong. What could possibly go wrong? Seriously, they need to go back to mechanical cars if they cannot be hacked. Instead, they're trying to get more and more technology into it. Oh my goodness. And it's not going to win. Look at Windows. Oh dear, they built a backdoor in there. Okay, we take it very seriously because we know the end ticket to this technology is making sure that we're going to reassure the regulator you have a sufficient level of cybersecurity, he said. Sufficient? Now this person who's talking is head of an alliance that includes Nissan, Mitsubishi and Renault. One of the challenges nagging automakers is how to update security software once it's installed in the vehicle. Cyber threats are always changing and upgrading a car's security software through downloads, much as you would update the software on a smartphone, has only recently become feasible. In 2015, auto industry players created the Automotive Information Sharing and Analysis Centre to swap information about cybersecurity threats and how to combat them. You know what it sounds like to me? They're just trying to make more jobs for people, when they just could go back to such simpler mechanical cars. I'm sorry guys, I keep saying that because I want a mechanical car. I don't want these computerized BS. Seriously. Then last October, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration published a cybersecurity best practices guide for automakers with suggestions for building more secure vehicles. This sounds best practices. I don't know. This really sounds to me like if you say anything that's transgender in your car's going to turn off. I don't know why I thought that, but this just best practices. Oh my goodness. And then now they're trying to say computers in cars are actually a really good thing. I'm going, no, go back mechanical. Before you rush out to buy a dated vehicle. Yes, exactly, to avoid the latest technology. It's worth noting the benefits of driving computers on wheels. Oh no. I swear they're trying to talk people out of buying computerized cars. Oh dear, I'm sorry guys. Many modern safety features depend on computers and software to function, including anti-lock brakes, lane assist technology and automatic crash notification, which I also heard that the new cars, to avoid hitting another car, would prefer to mount a sidewalk and hit the pedestrians. I don't know if that's true, right? But I've just heard that. And I have tears coming out of my eyes. Sorry, I'm not laughing at people getting hit by a car. I'm laughing at this whole article seems to be talking people out of buying a computerized car. It does to me anyway. How about you? Many modern safety features, okay, anti-lock brake, lane assist technology and automatic crash notification, they also help under the hood to make the energy more energy efficient and provide conveniences such as the ability to make phone calls with both hands on the wheel, Checkaway said. Look, you don't need to answer phone calls. Seriously? We could do without, look, go back to the 70s and have no mobile phones, right? Or at least ones that you turn off while you're in your car, and have old mechanical cars and see how you go. It was better living, mate. Seriously. That they have enabled new attacks is worrying, but on balance, computers have improved safety, he said. Yeah, I don't know about that. How about you? What you can do about cyber threats? Yeah, get a mechanical car. Oh my God, get a mechanical car. That's the answer. The short answer is not much, or get a mechanical car. I'm having fun with this article, guys. Sorry. As Heilbronn points out, car security is not like picking out Norton or McAfee antivirus software for your laptop. Automakers have to build cybersecurity protections and software into the vehicle before it ever hits the road, and continue to update those programs as new threats emerge, he said. Okay, are you going to have to pay for these upgrades? Is this just getting more money out of people? That's another thing I want to know. Because you've got to pay for your antivirus on your laptop. Because they, see, it was all planned that way. Make more and more jobs out of nothing, really. Oh my goodness! I bet you any money you have to pay to upgrade them. Today, the average customer doesn't have any knowledge as to what should be installed. Heilbronn said, "Yeah, exactly. In the old days, half the guys you know would be able to go out and fix the car because it was mechanical. They knew what they were doing with it. Now you look under the bonnet. Oh, I've got no idea, mate." Luzon does have one small piece of advice. Buy a mechanical car. No, that was mine. Okay, I advise to go and buy a really old mechanical car and get 50 and over people to fix them, because most of them know what they're doing under a car's bonnet, the guys. Anyway, apart from that, right, he does have one small piece of advice, but I'm going to keep telling you to get a mechanical car. Avoid installing your own onboard diagnostics, or OBDII devices, which can monitor a car's performance, provide internet connections and other features. These devices can communicate with the vehicle's internal systems, but may rely on insecure wireless connections, he said. Again, buy a mechanical car, and you won't have this problem at all. Get it? I get it. Okay. It does sound like, oh, they can't. It just doesn't. It gives more people job. You're going to have to pay more money for your car, and they've already made it hard for normal people, as I said, to fix cars, right? So now you have to take it to a mechanic who costs a few $100s to fix anything, and then may not fix the problem still. Like, I still have noise in my car. I don't know what it is. They don't know what it is, obviously. Or they would have said something, wouldn't they? Elon Musk, population collapse is the biggest threat to civilization. A reminder, Elon Musk for years has been telling people that birth rates are collapsing, and most of the media is lying about the population growth problem. He believes the opposite of most billionaires who are guiding world policy.
Assuming that AI is fine, assuming that there's a benevolent future with AI, I think that the biggest problem the world will face in 20 years is population collapse. Collapse. I agree. I want to emphasize this. The biggest issue in 20 years will be population collapse. Not explosion, collapse. It's very easy to see what the world will look like in 20 years because humans have a 20-year boot sequence. So like you say, okay, well, who was born last year? Okay, now you know what the world looked like in 20 years. It's that easy.
I absolutely agree with that. The population problem is going to be facing huge challenge. 1.4 billion people in China sounds a lot, but I think next 20 years we'll see this thing will bring big trouble to China, and the population decreasing of the whole, the speed of population decreasing is going to speed up. Yes. And you call it collapse. I agree with
accelerating
that.
collapse.
Accelerating collapse.
And then the common rebuttal is like, well, what about immigration? Like, from where? You know?
Yeah, you want to go to space, you know, the Mars will immigrate.
Yeah, Mars needs people
here,
too.
probably.
Like, Mars needs people. Yeah, Mars needs people. You know, there's 0 people there right now. So right now it's a machine planet. There's only some robots there.
So he's saying there's
assuming
we're going to have a population problem because of people not populating. That was due to China's one-child policy. That'll happen. China will end up with less people. We all will, because a lot of people now have problems with having children as well. Alexandra Marshall said Europe is full of wind turbines broken and left to rot on previously prime farmland. They've been an environmental and social disaster as well as an energy failure. Offshore farms in particular have disseminated coastal bird populations. Be sure, save the planet at the teals. Okay. Should I keep going? I don't know how much longer I can go for, guys. What I might do is leave this there. I'm going to make another video because I won't be here tomorrow, and I'll try and upload it tomorrow morning before I go. If not, it'll be tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, I'll see how I go. Okay, guys, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.